Hi everyone, this is a reading for those who are needing to hear this message for today. There's a special message that wants to come through, and if you are tuning in, this is your sign that this is for you. So I'm going to start with the Oracle card. I'm going to start with an Oracle card, and I'm going to pray for receptivity. That all the things that we hear today will benefit us and align us with our true self. The perfection of your life. How perfect. Such great energy. Now I'm going to pull some tarot cards on this, and we're going to dive deeper into this life that is so perfect. How can we amplify this energy? There's this energy of also having a hard time at being able to see all the things that are really working for us. It is human to notice what's going wrong. And it definitely takes discipline to notice the things that are going right for us. But understand that by focusing on all the things that are going right, that are working, you tune yourself to the frequency of the universe, of your creator. And when you are in that frequency, you are inspired to all the things that will open the doors for you in ways that you've never experienced. I feel like this has a lot to do with love, family, relationships. I feel like you may have been having a hard time in relationships that are close to you right now, in seeing the good of that relationship. And this is your reminder that things go up and down all the time, and they change all the time for the sake of your evolution and growth. And sometimes you just need to go with the flow and allow that change to flow you into a reality that will bring you all the things that you have been asking for. It's hard to get comfortable with things and experiences that aren't familiar. But when you allow space for the unfamiliar and the unknown, you allow space for your dreams to come true. And you do that by focusing on the good things. On the good of people is what I'm feeling. On the good of that relationship that you are having a hard time with right now. I don't know, for some reason I keep thinking love relationships. I keep thinking the relationships that are really true to your heart, that you hold intimately close to you. You're having a hard time with them. You have been having a hard time in seeing the good that is coming out of this. And I would like to address that fear of loss that you have been feeling, because on the opposite side of that is the depth of your love. You know, when we feel things deeply, there's also the opposite end of that spectrum, and that goes both ways. So when you fear loss, or when you feel the insecurity that these intimate relationships sometimes bring up with us, take that as an indication of how much love you feel also, and choose to focus on that feeling instead. And I know that by making that your intention, you'll be able to access all the memories that bring you joy, that make you remember why you fell in love with this person in the first place, or why you value them so much. Remember that in every human there is both dark and light, just like within ourselves. And to love a person unconditionally means to love even the darkest parts of them. Because when we can shine a light on that, we can heal them while also healing ourselves. And that is some serious work. And I think that this relationship that you're in, that you hold closely right now, is teaching you that lesson of allowing the dark parts of people to teach you, and teaching yourself how to unconditionally love. we wouldn't know unconditional love until we are given the opportunity to express it, you know? And so I'm gonna pull some guidance cards on this. And I'm gonna ask for guidance moving forward in this relationship. Interesting. It says cat. It's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your over-dependency on others. In other words, self-love. In other words, choose to see your worthiness, because the only way that you will truly be able to love anyone else is you loving yourself first. And as cliche as that sounds, like, you can really only love someone as deeply as you love yourself. And many of us create insecure love in all of our relationships because we have not figured out how to appreciate and unconditionally love ourselves first. And so we attach ourselves to people and become dependent upon their acceptance of us. We attach our worthiness and value to their acceptance or their rejection. And so when they reject us, or when we go through a hard time, our entire world crumbles because we can't seem to find worthiness within ourselves. We can't seem to align with our creator, with the universe, with that energy, and be reminded that you are fine, you are worthy just as you are, you are loved just as you are evolving and growing in ways that you never have before. And so you hold yourself back from experiencing a full life when you don't cut that need to be accepted and loved by others. And on top of that, that was a deep message. To get over any challenge, to get over any frustrations within this intimate relationship that you're experiencing, you need to learn to love yourself first. And I think the question that needs to be asked of you is, how would you love you in this instance? What would you want? How would you want to be loved through this time? You know? And your answer usually indicates the level of love that you have for yourself, the level of understanding that you are willing to give to yourself. Because what you give to yourself is probably worse than what you give others. And so, or better, what we get to decide. And so I think a lot of this has to do with being aware of our choices within this relationship, who we truly are being right now. And allowing that to reflect outwards in a way that is filled with love and understanding, and most importantly, compassion. I think that's what's kind of coming through here, is that what really needs to be practiced is a deep sense of compassion. And so I'm going to end this reading with one more card from the Dream deck. Take responsibility for your power. You create this life. This is your creation. Be intentional about your next steps.